Wendy. Today I'm going to show you how to do a basic blowout. I know a lot of girls want to be able to blow dry their hair like they do at the salon and are always wondering about techniques on how to do it at home. And so I'm giving you my tips and tricks on how I figured it out. I think the key points to remember are you need patience. I mean, when you get your hair done at the salon, they don't do it in 10 minutes and then you're out the door. It does take a while to take your hair section by section and get it really nice. My second tip would be, or things to remember, would be use the materials you have to your advantage. There's products that can help. Your hairdryer has all these features that are helpful to use as well. So make sure you're utilizing those to get, hopefully, a good blowout.
So your prep for hair drying is very important because the products you put in your hair help determine how it will come out in the end. My hair personally is slightly wavy with these weird ear curls that I have on my bottom layer. I've always had them. I don't know why. It's just where my hair likes to get into like ringlets if I don't do something to it. So I use a frizz reducing cream to try to keep these curls calmed down, like L'Oreal's product. And I apply it to this under hair. Now, if your hair is different from mine, you're probably going to need a different product. If your whole head is frizzy, apply this kind of styling cream all over your head from root to tip. If you have super fine, thin hair, you're probably going to need a volume mousse or a volume spray and apply it from root to ends. If your hair doesn't like to style at all, apply a styling serum before blow drying, and that will help keep whatever work you do going into your hair. Whatever your hair needs, I promise there's a scientifically tested product to make your life a little easier when blow drying. So check out, any local cosmetic or beauty store and they'll have something for you. I also always apply a heat protectant in my hair before styling to protect my hair from getting split ends and from drying out. Treseme's heat protectant is my favorite because it's fairly cheap and it smells amazing. And it also aids in the detangling process of my hair. I use the wet brush. I'm sure you've seen it in stores. If you haven't, pick one up. It's amazing. You can literally walk out of the shower and brush your hair without a knot. And I use the wet brush to distribute the products all throughout my hair so it's evenly spread. So to get a good blowout, I find it's easier to split my hair in sections and divide it in layers. I start with my bottom layer and I clip the rest of the hair out of my way. I just use a regular hair clip, but one with sparkles because who doesn't love sparkles? And next I divide my hair into the sections that are the same width as my hairbrush. I have a fairly thick hairbrush because I have long hair. If your hair is shorter, shoulder length or up, you're gonna need a smaller curling brush. Note to self, clean out hair from hairbrush before filming because people don't want to see your old hair. My hairbrush is actually in a triangular shape. I find it just grabs my hair a little easier, but a regular round brush with synthetic bristles will also work. Do not buy a soft bristle brush to use when your hair is wet. It will only break your hair, so don't do it. Now let's talk hair dryers. Most hair dryers have several heat settings and blow dry settings. I mostly use my hair dryer at the highest heat and the strongest setting because I want to get the job done faster. However, there's this very special cold shot button on your hair dryer. Why? Well, just as I described in my hair curling tutorial, by cooling off the hair, you're setting whatever style you just applied. So after you go through your hair on the hot setting, cool it on the cold setting to set it in place and add some extra shine. So I take a section and blow dry it out a little just to get it to a medium dry level. When I get to the ends, I flip it under a bit to start the curling under process because that's what we really like about blow dries is how they kind of curl your hair under. Then I literally use the brush and the hair dryer like a curling iron, where the brush is the iron and the hair dryer is the heat. And I wrap the hair around the brush. You can see this technique here. When it's completely dry, I unwrap the brush from my hair and let the hair cool. I will go back through this entire layer with the cold shot once I finish. So then I move on to the next section. The sections may end up combining into each other. That's completely okay. You're trying to get the same curl in all the hair anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just keep the same process going until you finish the entire layer of hair. Special tip, if you have a hair with a lot of flyaways or baby hairs, maybe you have a lot of breakage from using a straightener a lot or whatever, while hair drying, point the hair dryer down in a downwards position so that these little hairs blend into the rest of your hair and will dry downwards and not sticking up. So it will get rid of a lot of those little flyaways. The second layer is the same process, kind of dig into the side, and if you get the bottom layer involved, totally cool. Again, they're all supposed to be the same sort of curl anyway. And then now on to the top layer. I call this the mohawk section. So I like my hair with some volume and height at my crown or in my mohawk section. So I start by blow drying this section straight up in the air. I hold it with the brush and I just point the blow dryer up. This will make the roots stand up a little bit and they get a little lift and movement. Once the roots get fairly dry, I start this into the same process as the other layers until the hair is blow dried like a pro. Stay tuned for next week. I'm going to be posting a video on how I got this face look. I'm wearing some falsies eyelashes and used a bunch of different palettes that were really fun. It's kind of a fun summer look. So stay tuned for that, and thanks so much for joining me today.